Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you. I'm sure that there's some people out there that are tired of all the football videos, and I apologize, but I'm a big football fan, and I'm going to switch it up on you. We're going to do some of this, we're going to do some of that. It's going to be mostly wrestling at the end of the day, but, I'm going to drink an energy drink every now and then. I'm going to eat a hamburger, and we're going to talk football when it's going down. And if I can find a way to talk about baseball, I would. You just can't make a video every day about your team, and I haven't been able to get on a rhythm of trying to make a weekly Braves video. But today's video is about John Cena and his quest to win his 16th World Heavyweight Championship in WWE. I woke up and there was sort of a strange story that was sourced out of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, but honestly, I'll tell you that I haven't had a chance to read the newsletter yet, so I don't even know if it's in there or what it comes from, but it basically says that there's no thought of putting John Cena into the World Heavyweight Championship picture for the next foreseeable future. They got enough young guys now. They're trying to run and see, what's going to be going down. So John Cena's quest to win 16. I know that when SummerSlam was coming up and John Cena was going to make his return and he debuted on Tough Enough, he came out with his new Miami Hurricanes-based t-shirt with the number 15 on the back for 15-time world champ. People looked at that as a spoiler, how they're not going to print up all these t-shirts to sell. And at the end of the day, they're not going to have the championship, 16th championship won at SummerSlam, and basically throw all these t-shirts in the trash. So it was kind of a spoiler that Seth Rollins was going to beat Cena at SummerSlam. But going into that match, honestly, I thought that was going to be nothing more than a smalls in the first place. But Cena is that main guy, even if he is in the mid-card. I know that this is sort of, you can look at WrestleMania 6, Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan. This is sort of the same game plan that you could see that Vince was going to be going with Hulk Hogan. Definitely there was a torch passed that day, with Warrior and his steroid troubles and, not showing up to shows and things like that. One thing leads to another, and, Vince lost faith in Warrior, shortly, I believe, after WrestleMania 7. They went with the storyline because they were trying to build off of the U.S. war. I don't know why they didn't go with Warrior. Definitely could have painted his face up red, white, and blue, carried an American flag, and they could have done Warrior versus Slaughter. But I guess they had thought they'd put so much into Hulk Hogan being the All-American hero, putting him up against Sergeant Slaughter is the way they wanted to go. So, he got another run in the sun, and definitely you could tell that Hulk Hogan, even though everybody thought it was done, he was going to go off and make movies, he found a career resurgence in WCW, being Hollywood Hogan, and so you never know. It's not really over for John Cena, but, Vince is going to put him on the back burner. It was definitely, if you look at WrestleMania 6, Warrior was going to win the championship. He was going to be the main event guy, but Hulk Hogan was going to be that legend that would show up and push house shows. He would show up and push pay-per-views, whether if it's him wrestling against Earthquake or him wrestling against Dino Bravo or, whoever the mid-card guy that they wanted to push all the way up to that main event slot. Hogan was going to get the win at the end of the day, or at the end of the day, maybe they were going to have somebody beat Hogan and then go on and fight Warrior for the championship and be that more believable as a heel. But that all got screwed up. But you can see Hogan, well, I guess you can say Cena is going to be taking that slot since WrestleMania 31 when he beat Rusev, became the U.S. champ. He's been on that backup role, but, he's still being pushed hard as he's the guy that they promote for the television show. He's the guy on the lunchbox. He's the guy on the backpacks. He was always going to be that spot. But the one thing that threw me for a loop was that they're planning on Roman Reigns finally getting that WWE Championship shot, and once he's able to win the championship and hold the belt for a while, and Cena's going to be the guy that beats him. That way you sort of have it where Roman Reigns is getting his day in the sun to actually be the guy in the company that people thought he was going to become WrestleMania 31. But then also, Cena's going to be the guy that comes in and swoops in, gets that Ric Flair tying victory, but he beats the guy who is the number one guy. To me, this throws up red flags. Everybody's going to be thinking, well, if Cena's going to beat Roman, I guess he's turning heel, right? That's the first thing that I thought of. But honestly, if you're going to be pushing Roman Reigns and you're going to be believing that he is going to be able to be the man of the company, if Cena is hated now, and you're actually going to get Roman Reigns to the place where people are actually going to be cheering for him, how bad are people going to be booing Cena? He might not even really turn heel. He might just be the babyface that happens to win a match and win the championship. How much are people going to hate this guy? That Roman, who's, since WrestleMania 31, been able to turn things around. I think that they, putting him up against the Wyatts and having him against Bray Wyatt, you can see that his matches are getting better, but people are, cooling off on this guy, and maybe that's what WWE wanted to do, because maybe they want to get this guy to the Rumble. Maybe he'll be a 2-time Rumble winner and then go on to WrestleMania, and that's where he gets the win. Beating, I guess Seth Rollins, more than likely, if you look at the odds, won't be champion come WrestleMania, but somebody's got to be the champion, and Roman's going to beat him, whether if it's Brock or Seth Rollins. Maybe Dean Ambrose turns heel and he gets the belt. Honestly, when you look at it, there's not a lot of different ways they can go, because they don't really push guys to the championship all that much, but something could be a shocker. Sheamus has the Money in the Bank, I guess, but I don't really see Sheamus as the main event WrestleMania guy. But we'll see what goes down with this one. Definitely in my mind, I know that, when Triple H, I think when he got to 14, he cooled himself off, and then he took the office role, and he never got to break Ric Flair's record, and I think that there's a lot of respect built behind that. But Cena definitely, even Ric Flair puts this guy over as one of the biggest stars of all time. People might not like him, but definitely people buy shirts, people buy autographed pictures, people pay to see this guy, even if it is they're hoping to get his ass kicked. It's weird. You see him on a house show and he gets cheered like he's, Max Millionaire. And, you put him on television and everybody wants to boo him because they want to be as cool as the city that they were in last Monday Night Raw or the last pay-per-view. It's sort of like follow the leader with this guy. Somewhere, someday, I'm hoping that people can find a way to respect John Cena when he finally does tip his hat and, do the whole salute for the last time, that the guy does openly get the cheers that he's looking for. But that possibly, I think they might even boo him in his Hall of Fame speech. Honestly, that's what I think. But see what happens with this one down the road. Peace out, everybody.